So I'm gonna start this video off with a surprising confession. Ready? I get rejected. Yes, it's true, it happens. Occasionally, I get rejected. In fact, more than occasionally, I get rejected. Now, why do I point this out to you? Well, I think a lot of guys, when they get rejected, they take it really, really personally. Is this you? If this is you, stop doing that, okay? Don't take your rejections personally. Think, first of all, when you do get rejected, what does that even mean? Does it mean you're a less worthwhile person? Does that mean that she's like assessed every element of your life and hired like CIA level private investigators and gone into all this shit and she's sampled all of your personality and she's found you came up wanting? No, it means in the first 30 seconds, your tonality was a little off. Or it means you caught her at a weird moment and it has nothing to even do with you. Or it means there was some little piece of game that you haven't learned yet that you'll probably know in a year or two, and then you'll get it right. Who the fuck cares? It's not about you personally, okay? It's not. No matter how good you get, you're gonna get rejected sometimes. Even if you get instructor level good, you will still get rejected sometimes. It will happen. It's never gonna be the case that you don't get rejected. It's part of the game, okay? There are things you just can't know about her. There are things you just can't know about the situation. And there will always be things to learn in game. It's gonna happen, okay? Deal with it. Rejection is not a big deal. You wanna know my attitude towards rejection, actually? I can't remember rejections. That sounds crazy, right? That sounds insane. I know logically that I've been rejected thousands of times. If you were to ask me to remember 10 of them right now, that would actually be difficult for me. Okay, that would be difficult. Do you know why? Because they are so irrelevant to me. They do not matter. When they happened, I thought about them, said, is there a lesson to take from this? A lot of times the answer was yes. Sometimes the answer was, nope, I just got unlucky. I took whatever lesson I could from them and then I forgot them. I no longer focused on them because they were no longer useful to me. In fact, the rejections I can remember are either super, super recent or they're part of a better set. Like for example, if I remember one time I got rejected so hard, this girl almost threw me in a pool and then I was angry and pissed off. And I took that rage into the next, I was like, hey, who are you? And actually scared the girl and then ended up pulling her, right? So I remember that rejection, not because I remember the rejection, but because I remember the pull, okay? That's actually how little rejections mean to me, and that's my attitude towards them, okay? It's not a big deal, and it's certainly not personal. The girl doesn't know you to reject you. All she knows is the tiny little snippet that she's seen. So get over yourself. You're not that special that your rejections mean all this gargantuan stuff. Get over them, be done with them, okay? The second thing about realizing that I get rejected too is understand that if you're this good at game and maybe I'm this good at game, what we don't know about game is that big, okay? Nobody, and I mean no human being on the planet is anywhere near as good at game as we could possibly be. Game as a formal study has existed for maybe 17 years, okay? Just to kind of give you an idea, mathematics has existed for 5,000 years or something like that. Some crazy number like that. I don't even know, maybe 4,000. Of course I get the math problem wrong, right? The point is, any and every other human endeavor has existed for fucking ever. Game has existed for 17 years. How in the hell would we have perfected something this complex in 17 fucking years? We know nothing. We know nothing, okay? If you get in that mindset that you should know everything or that you do know everything, that's the moment you'll stagnate. If you get in the moment of thinking you have to be right now and you can't take your knocks, take some failures on the learning process, that's when you will stop getting better, and that's a travesty, okay? Because if you're this good, I'm this good, what's possible in game is this good. If any of us, including me, if I start resting on my laurels and believing I know everything, that's where I stagnate. That's where I stop getting the results I deserve, okay? So stop worrying about knowing everything and stop even thinking you're anywhere near knowing everything. You are not that special. You're not that special that your rejection is this big event that it matters. Everybody gets rejected. I get rejected. Every instructor gets rejected. And probably everybody who does game for the next 50 years, 100 years will get rejected. Maybe one day we'll get to the point where we've actually figured it all out or figured a lot of it out. We are nowhere near that, okay? The amount that we don't even know about game is fucking immense. It's 100 times what anybody knows. All right, so get over yourself. Rejections happen. They happen to me too. You don't see me crying about it. And I've been in game for 16 years. All right, if I can take a rejection and my out for 16 years teaching it professionally self can take it, you certainly, as a guy who has a life outside of game, can deal with it. You can man up, you can deal with it, you can get on with your life.